how to save money. This I'm gonna make a quick video about how to save money. Salaries don't seem to go up at all, and prices are getting higher and higher every day. And seems like some of the supermarkets and shops are really taking advantage of the situation. There is a crisis coming up, and you should really try to save some money. Save money if you can, and if you can't, you can really, but you just don't wanna. Even if you save $100, €100 per month, 1 year it's 1.2K. Better than zero. Anything is better than zero. Anything you save is better than zero. Save €50, $50, better than having. Yeah, most important, keep your job or improve your job. Look for better jobs. You might have a better opportunity around the corner. You might find a job that is more engaging, that you like more. Your current job might be boring, and you might be finding something that's much better for you and with more money. It's proven that changing jobs every 2 years, it will increase your chances of increasing the salary, your earnings. This is one of the things to do. Look for a better job, and another thing to do is reduce your expenses. Make the expenses as low as possible. The crisis is coming. It's already here actually. And reduce your expenses to the minimum. Most important, I believe, drink your coffee. Drink your coffee at home. I know people don't like this, they don't like to hear this. I know this video is going to have probably 5.5 views, maybe 2 views and a half. Drink coffee at home or at work. Get your coffee, really the best coffee. I like Lavazza, it's very nice. It's very good coffee, and it's not very expensive, same price as the other ones. Make it, use a French press or a coffee maker. Make a nice coffee, put milk in it, sugar if you like, better without sugar, but yeah. And you can make the coffee at home and keep it in a nice thermos bottle and have it on the road while driving or while you're in the subway. I like it more to see people who drive or are in the subway and they have their own cup, a nice stainless steel cup from their home. Maybe they refilled it at the coffee shop, but okay, you don't know. I believe most of them make the coffee at home and they take it with them in the car or in the subway, in the bus. While you're walking, you can take a sip from it, making sure that you don't spill your coffee on other people. Yeah, the coffee at home or at work, not in the coffee shop. Reduce your spending is one way to reduce your spending is don't buy chips, biscuits, snacks. Snacks should be like your last thing to do. If you want to make snacks, make popcorn at home, really. Or just make some potato discs in the oven, really snacky style. Eat carrots. Try them, they're very nice. Raw carrots, try them. Another most important thing about expenses, when you go to the supermarket, have a list when you go to the supermarket. Go there with a purpose, things you need to buy, and if you need to buy something else, okay, but be careful with that. This for me is the hardest thing. I just go without a list and just go randomly, go walk around. If you don't go with the list, You end up buying things you don't need and spend more on junk food, really. And that's why the supermarkets rearrange their shelves, their aisles all the time to confuse you. So supposedly it's to optimize the layout of the supermarket, but it's really so you see more things. That's what I believe, at least. Let me know in the comment section below if you think that's not true. I think it is. And also, most important, in the supermarket, if you don't know what products are good, see which ones have empty space at the back. Usually they bring the few items in front, they arrange them so they always look full, but the ones that sell the most, they will have empty space behind them because there are no more of them, or very few left. And those, you should check them. Also in the supermarket, look, you see the eye level. The supermarkets, they will put specific products on eye level, unofficial fees. The distributors, they compete for this thing. It's a very important thing when you have the eye level. So whichever products are on the eye level on your height, those will sell the most because it's easy to see them, easy to grab them. Usually what I've noticed is the ones who are better value, you will find them on the bottom, below, like the last shelf, or almost the last shelf. Also buy things in a big size, family pack, not the small pack. Don't buy soft drinks. You don't need soft drinks to survive. You need basic food, cheese, bread, eggs, meat, if you eat them. If not, vegetables, the kind you like, potatoes, tomatoes. At some point I noticed cucumbers were more expensive here for some reason. So I don't even like cucumbers that much. Tomatoes were still normal price, but cucumbers were expensive. So someone thought cucumbers are gonna be like the next hit. I stopped buying cucumbers. I mean, if something is expensive and you notice it's expensive, buy less of it or stop buying it completely. Buy something else. If enough people will buy less of that product or not buy it at all, the sellers, the distributors, they will have to get rid of it at some point and they will lower the price. It's very simple. Especially for food, for fruits, they have a limited shelf life, so they have to get rid of them. They will give you better offers. Whenever you buy a pack of cheese, don't buy the small ones, like really tiny. Buy the largest size and watch the price per kilo. Not only they display the price per kilo usually in the supermarkets, but calculate it yourself. It might be wrong, that price. For some reason, I don't know why, they might do it like this wrong. I don't know if it's a mistake, maybe it is a mistake. But if something is 400 grams and it's €5, and another thing is 200 grams and it's €4, the one that is €4 doesn't mean it's cheaper. It's cheaper for that pack, but per kilo is more expensive. Always look at the price per kilo first, really. This is yeah. So coffee, supermarket. If you drive, try to drive less or not drive at all. Just use public transportation if you're lucky to have public transportation, use that. If you can walk, it's very good for your health to walk, and half-hour walk per day, it's great. Try it. Also, when you go to the supermarket, try to go like once per week, get the things you need. Also buy detergent, toilet paper, all these things in large quantities. Big, I mean not many. Don't buy all the toilet paper, please. Just buy the large packs that are usually made cheaper, but check, because there are tricky these days. You might have a large pack that is more expensive than the small pack for some reason. People got used to this and they don't check anymore. It's important to check. Going out, eating out once or twice per month, twice a month really. I mean, if you can go once a month, maybe, or even not at all. If it's really bad, if the situation is really bad, why? I mean, don't go out. Just go for a walk in the park, go to the beach. Mostly go to the park. Important about going out for eating or eating out at lunch. You should cook at home, make your own food. And when you make the food in the oven, don't put like one piece of something small. Cook at home in the oven. Usually in the oven is good, and cook a large quantity. For example, you can prepare your meals for the whole week, 5 days plan. Put some chicken, put some potatoes, some beef, whatever you're eating. I hope I don't offend anyone with saying beef or chicken, or I mean, I'm not telling you to eat something, just prepare what you like to eat, like beans and potatoes, beans and sausages, chicken with potatoes, this kind of thing. Prepare your meals, put them in casserole, put them in the fridge, and you have them ready for the next few days or the next day. Ideally, you should make on Sunday, prepare your food for the working week, five lunches for yourself in the fridge. Or it's more realistic that you have for 1 or 2 days. So you can have a dinner, make a dinner, chicken dinner, make chicken dinner, and the leftovers from your dinner, cook more than you need. That's what I'm saying, cook more. The leftovers, use them for lunch the next day. Whenever you can save on electricity or water, do it. Don't leave the water running, don't leave lights on, don't leave things on, especially things that consume a lot of power. Try to be conscious about what things are using a lot of electricity in your home, and use them as little as possible. The heater, for example, if you have an electric water heater for bath, for shower, I mean, in the winter you might, like here we have solar heating, which is great. But if you don't have a central heating from somewhere else, many countries don't have this, and you have an electric heater, unless you have solar panels, photovoltaic solar panels, if you have to start an electric heater to heat up your water, you don't have a bath. Have a shower. I mean, just have a quick shower, stop the water, like get yourself wet, stop the water. Put soap on yourself, get all the soap and shampoo and everything. Start the water, rinse yourself, that's it. It's very easy to save water. Don't leave the water running while you're putting shampoo or soap on yourself. And don't leave lights on. Talking about cooking, preparing food at home, it's very important that you don't waste food. If you have some leftover potatoes with chicken, eat it the next day at work or wherever you go, at lunch. Even if you don't go to work the next day, eat for lunch. Don't waste food, don't throw food. Eat as much as you need, but not too much, like you have to eat. It's important to eat, don't starve. But eat things that so that you're not like balloon. Just enough, not more. And leftovers, keep them and eat them. Eat the leftovers the next day. Don't throw leftovers away. It's very bad to throw food. anything. Every time I see food being thrown away, it's really bad. It's so bad. If you need to lose weight, this is a good chance. Eat less. I mean, I know this is my problem. It's very hard to lose weight. Buy only the strictly necessary. Don't buy chips, soft drinks, Pepsi, Coca-Cola. Buy water, you need water, bread, all these things, the strictly necessary. If you see offers, watch out for the offers, for detergent, for things that are usually supermarkets. They have leaflets with offers. Check the offers, maybe you'll find something that you might like. It's more work to do that, but still. Yeah, if you live in a place where it's expensive, like life is expensive, there is also an option that you relocate to another area, another city, or even another country where things are cheaper. But you should really watch for the taxes and the cost of living to make sure that it's not worse than the previous time. So it's important to go to a better place, not a worse place. And eventually what matters is what's left from your salary, from your earnings at the end of the month, after you spent everything for electricity, water, all the bills, rent or mortgage or whatever you pay for, everything that you paid, what's left from your salary, if there is anything left. If there is nothing left, it's a problem. The way to fix that is not by getting a credit card. I mean, you could have a credit card for emergencies, but not use it. Or if you use it, you have to make sure, like triple sure, that you repay your credit card debt before the time. I never had a credit card, so this is not financial advice here. Not financial advice. I never had a credit card. I don't like the idea of having this easy, accessible money that then you have to pay interest for it. And credit card debt will accumulate and you basically can't get out of it. It's like you dig yourself into a hole. No way. For me, the most important would be to reduce expenses, increase earnings. It sounds easy, but it is really easy. Don't buy coffee. Don't buy coffee from the coffee shops. Find the cheaper supermarkets. Also, the supermarkets, they have these tricks. Some things are cheaper in one, other things are cheaper in another one. It's like it's a mission to find good prices. They all try to get you in with something cheap and then charge you more for other things. So ideally, you will go around 2 or 3 supermarkets once a week and find the best deals. It's not easy, but eventually you will get a feel for it. What is usually cheaper in what place? Oh, and about food delivery, forget about it. About food delivery, just forget food delivery. Don't order food at home delivery. No, don't do that. If you need a snack, just make it in the oven. Make something. Make a fried egg. You need a nice burger, you can make a nice burger at home. You want to eat pizza you make at home will be double the ingredients, or it will be the right ingredients. You just need to get a dough for it, frozen dough, throw some things on top, throw it in the oven, put 2 pizzas even. Yeah. Crisis time, desperate measures, things are going to get worse, I believe. So take care of yourself and be ready before anything happens. Be prepared. This is not like a zombie apocalypse or anything. Just save some money every month, a little bit. And I'm not saying to put it in a locked account. where you don't have access, you should have the self-control not to spend money on things you don't need. And if you need, you might have an emergency expense, you should be able to afford it, to pay for it. You should not live on the edge. If you're living on the edge all the time, there's a problem. You don't earn enough money, you live in an expensive place, like the flat or house is too expensive for your earnings, or you spend too much on food and things. I'm not saying it's your fault. This is not your fault, but you can make it better. And don't. It's not your fault, but you have the power to change it. You don't have to keep it the same way. And if you don't think so, if you say maybe your job doesn't pay, the type of job you're doing doesn't pay more, you can learn something new. There's always a chance to learn something new, and just do that. I mean, I'm not saying to work more, like work 2-3 jobs, because you have to still keep your health. Can't work all day. You need to be able to sleep, have some time off, like it's always normal. If you might try to work like this, 2 jobs, 3 jobs, but at some point you will really collapse and you can't do anything. And what's the point of that? It has to be sustainable. Sustainable earnings. I should ask for a raise. Sustainable earnings from your job. Look for another job. If the job is like slow and they're like, everything it's not easy. It's not easy for everyone, but yeah, you have to look for a job to find a job, or it will find you. They might call you, but you have to put your CV out there. Resume should be in the most common places, ready to interview. Do a few interviews for practice, and reduce your expenses. Increase the cost, so you have your expenses, and the cost should be, expenses should be always a little bit higher. No, the earnings should be always a little bit higher. When your expenses try to get too high, you have to reduce them, because then you go into the credit card debt problem, and or borrow from someone who's going to give you money if you didn't pay them back last time. This is getting too long now, I think. Wow, so long. Write a comment below how you struggle and what's the problem, where you live, what's more expensive, and how you're planning to survive for the next few years, 1-2 years. This is gonna be a crisis time. I mean, there's always a crisis once in a while. I don't know how bad it's gonna be, this one. You never know how bad it's gonna be until it's finished, and you don't know when it's finished. I think it's just starting. Give a thumbs up. Hope it wasn't too boring or too obvious. But there are things you can do now, tomorrow. Now, not tomorrow. Reduce your expenses, really. This is the best way. Before you find another job, while you can do things at the same time. Look for a better job, better paying job, and reduce your expenses to minimum necessary. If you think something, it's one last tip. If you want to buy something, you feel like you want to buy it, you want to buy it right now, don't buy it right now. Wait for a few days, or even better, 1 week. Wait a few days and see how you feel. You still really need to buy that thing? If you can wait 1 month, it's even better. Wait 1 week or 1 month, especially for a large purchase. If you still feel like you need to buy it, you need it, you want it, then you can go for it if you can afford it, especially. But if you just want it, but you don't really need it, like you can live without it, don't buy it. Or buy it later, leave it for later. You can always leave something for later. It might even get cheaper. Things get cheaper later. Some things, not everything. But yeah, it depends. Okay, that's all. Thanks for watching. Thumbs up. Double thumbs up. Careful out there. People are getting crazier also now with the crisis and everything. You have to watch out for safety also. Really, it's I believe there is a social crisis going on, where people are more desperate and they do more desperate things, like stealing, attacking other people on the street. Hope it doesn't happen too much. That's it. Okay.